Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and as usual I got a bunch of stuff to show you. So, actually quite a bit of stuff. So much that I'm going to bank some for a future episode just because it's not really time sensitive, and I got some stuff from Japan. I'm just going to show in another episode sometime in the future. So, stay tuned to the channel for that. The other stuff I'm going to show you though is pretty cool. So I got a load of stuff from SC Diecast. My buddy Crazy Todd went down to SC Diecast and picked up stuff that was that they had aside for me as well. I did a little virtual shopping over the phone with Todd, so that was pretty cool. From them I got this MiniGT Acura Nsx Gt3. So I'm stoked about that. I wanted this an example of this casting, and I really like MiniGT stuff, man. I really like the quality of build for MiniGTs, and I didn't have an example of this one yet, so I'm glad to pick it up. I was kind of going to wait till a stock, sort of more stock model of the Acura Nsx came out, but I just couldn't wait any longer, so I got this one. We're going to take a look at that in the second segment of the video. And then I got a bunch of Auto World, okay? Now this is all stuff I already have. This is stuff that's literally that I'm hoarding. So I got a bunch of it. I'll just show it to you now. I mean, obviously I'm not going to open any of this stuff up because it's all going to get thrown in a vault. So starting with from 2017 Premium Release 1, we got the Set A and the Set D Ford Country Squire Wagon. So one in like a teal color here, and the other one in silver. Beautiful car, beautiful casting, beautiful wood grain on that one, and that's just excellent. Got those two. And then I did pick up these two. I already had these. I already have duplicates of these actually. This is the 76 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, both the version D and the version C of Premium Release 5. So you got that one in brown and that one in blue. And the brown one is actually going to my buddy Tor. So this one's going to you, bud. I know you needed that one, so you are going to get that one. And then this one is Premium Release 5 as well. This is just a really awesome release. This is the 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 XL in black. This one's just a really amazing release, and of course I've already got it loose, so this one's just going in a box for now. So that's the way I am with Auto World. Basically, if I see any cool castings or cool releases of it, and I see them and they're relatively inexpensive, I'm going to grab them and I'm going to keep them. That's just the way it is. All right. And then I got two Mustangs. These are both from License Premium Release 2. Both the version A and version B. This is a beautiful release of this Mustang. One is like an enamel red, and the other one is a really nice looking metallic blue. Love this release of this Mustang. It's probably my favorite release of this casting. Even though there's actually every time they've released this car, they've been really, really good. This one in particular, though, there's something about that metallic blue that just, I don't know, I really, really like it. So that's going in the vault. And then more for the vault, we've got two of the 1971 Dodge Dart Swingers in a metallic blue from License Premium Release 3. And I got to tell you guys, especially the License Premium Release 3, and shout out to SC Diecast. This is where I got these from, SC Diecast. They picked up a collection, somebody's collection of Auto World. And then this one in like a butterscotch, same from License Premium 3. Anytime I can find cars from License Premium Release 3 for a reasonable price, they're getting picked up. I'm going to grab them. I'm just going to grab them. I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to hoard them. And that's just the way it is. And some things will never change. All right, so also from them, I picked up some Greenlight One of these we will definitely open up. The other ones I may save for future 10 Car Tuesdays. The one that I'm definitely curious to get open right away is this 1979 Ford F100 Indianapolis Motor Speedway hobby exclusive release. This just looks awesome. So I can't wait to get this one out of the package. This is just a really cool looking Greenlight release. And we are going to open that up in the second segment. Then I've got two from Tokyo Torque Series 5. Oh, man, I gotta say, they're really beating it here with Tokyo Torque. They're already on Series 5. It feels like it was just like a year ago that Series 1 released, which it wasn't. It was longer than that. But it's just a really flooding it here. But I picked up two from that series, which I thought were cool. And these are the two. So, of course, Brie Dotson. And then, of course, this Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR, the Hakoska, in that racing livery. They do look great. And I do like both of these. Both of these castings are really good. But... you know, I think, you know, maybe we might open up these two. I don't know yet. These we're not going to, though, because these I'm going to open up in a VW video. But we've got the UPS VW panel van. Yes, I've said it before. I'm going to stop buying these Volkswagen buses from Greenlight. But every once in a while, one comes out, and I'm like, I want that one. And, yeah, this UPS one, for some reason, I really wanted. And then, in addition to that, this one in Golf livery, I also wanted. So, here it is. So, speaking of, you know, saturating the market, they are on Series 8 of Club VW. And when Club VW originally came out, I think they were kind of limited when they originally came out, and I wanted to collect the whole series. That was in my mind to do that. I'm not doing that. They're on Series 8. 8 6-car series. So there's a lot of these out there. Plus, I think there's like 2 hobby exclusive releases, maybe at least one for sure. And there's been Club VW hitch and tows, including hobby exclusive hitch and tows. So that's just too many Volkswagens, guys. But for some reason I couldn't not grab that one. And same with this classic Volkswagen Beetle. I really like this one too. This is City of St. John Police Department Volkswagen Beetle. Had to get it. So whatever. I picked up those 3, and those are going to be in a future 10 Car Tuesday episode. That's probably going to be 10 Volkswagens. So if you like Volkswagen, stay tuned for that. I did get a piece of mail from Custom Farm Trucks. I think it's at Custom Farm Trucks 164 on Instagram. He just messaged me and said, "Hey, I just got a little car that you'll dig, and I'm going to send it to you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So he sent me this. This is actually just an Auto World License Premium Release 1 Ford GT40 with a tampo removal job. And it looks really good like that. It looks really good without the tampos on it, actually. So, yeah, we'll take a peek at that at the second segment. Maybe I'll just grab out the... well, actually, I'm not. I'm not going to grab out the release that has the tampos on it, just because it's going to be kind of a pain to go grab it out of my case. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. Whatever. We're going to take a look at this in the second segment. And then... really the time in the second segment is going to be taken up by Hot Wheels and Matchbox here, mostly Hot Wheels. Jeremy Bolter, local buddy of mine, did come across the new Replica Entertainment series. And we've got the Gumball 3000 Subaru Impreza WRX and the Pizza Planet truck, which were the 2 vehicles that I wanted from that series. And he hooked me up with these. Pretty sure I still owe him for them. He also hooked me up with the Fast and the Furious Walmart series, not the premium series, but like the $1.25 a car series. It's basically a mainline series. he did hook me up with those too, and I did a previous video on those. But we'll open up these, we'll take a peek at those. I know those have already been shown on some other videos, but we'll take a look. And then I got two sweet Matchbox cars, the 72 Lotus Europa Special and the 2002 Audie Rs6 Avant from Matchbox. Actually found those today. Today is Wednesday, by the way. It is Wednesday. I'm filming this video very, very early because I've got a lot of things going on right now. So, and I had definitely enough stuff to film a video, so I decided to go ahead and do it. And then we got the 2017 Audie Rs6 Avant to look at in blue as well from Hot Wheels, which I found some recent Hot Wheels. This is in the L case. Was late to the party on this case, but I still was able to get some cool stuff at Target, including the 87 Dodge D100 and the Porsche 918 Spyder Target Red Editions. So pick those up. So we're going to open up those. And then in other news, we've got some other cars, another Audi, a Mercedes, a Mazda. I'm just going to go through these really quick because we're going to open them up anyway. And then a McLaren, the Dodge Challenger, the 17 Acura Nsx. I do want the Super of this, actually. It looks really cool. So eventually I'll try to get one of those. And then, oh, I was excited about this casting, the 2016 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. That's a new casting. We'll open up that one. And let's see here, just some other ones here. Classic Chevy Nomad, Land Rover Series 3, a Ford Escort RS 1600, and a 64 Chevy Chevelle. Those right there. All right, so let's quickly flip the camera around. We're actually going to look at a lot of mainline cars. We'll do that at the tail end of the video. We'll do it kind of in the order I just did it to in the front. So we've got, I think I am going to save these Tokyo Torques for a 10-Car Tuesday episode, just because we got a lot of other stuff to look at. Okay, let's go ahead and flip her around. And please stay tuned for future videos because I do have a bunch of cool stuff coming. I got some stuff from Japan actually over there that I'm dying to open, but I just haven't done it because I got to get through this stuff. And then I've got probably a box from Travis that's going to be from Heavy Metal 164 that's probably going to be amazing. I don't know if I'm going to have to do just a separate video on that or if I'm just going to spill it into a weekly video or make it the focus of a weekly video. And then I've got my local meet this Saturday. The Saturday that this video will publish is my local Hot Wheels meet, local Diecast Club meet. So probably score some cool stuff there too. All right, so thank you guys. Let's flip the camera around. Stay tuned. All right, so let's start by taking a peek at this Auto World Ford GT40 Tampa removal job from @Custom 164 Scale Farm Trucks. Pretty sure that's what his Instagram name is. He just sent this to me as a little gift. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. So he just did a tamper removal on it. Looks like he probably used acetone or something to that effect. And it looks like it might have got a little on the back windscreen there. That's why it looks like it does. But a pretty good job nonetheless of getting rid of most of those tampos. And it looks pretty good like this, just in blue. Just a beautiful casting from Auto World. It's a shame that this is really the only like Le Mans racing car that Auto World has done. It would be really cool to see some more stuff like this from Auto World. I definitely would not complain. So I love this casting, and really cool to just get a little tamper removal one. It looks good just in blue. All right, so after that, let's go ahead and take a look at the Nsx Gt3 TSM model MiniGT Miho exclusive, one of 3,600. So Mio, man, Mio has been just getting in the game here with all sorts of different brands of diecast, including the MiniGT stuff. So the MiniGT stuff basically that's sold in the US is all going to be, as far as I know, is all basically Miho stuff. That's who's bringing them into the US. and this thing does not disappoint. So another cool thing, in case you're not familiar with it, I've shown this before, but MiniGT is similar to Autoworld in the fact that it comes with a box that you can store the casting in, and you'd think you'd be able to fit this inside the box, but don't you worry, because you can't. However, it comes with a blister to store the car inside the box. To me, this is just amazing. It's just an amazing packaging idea. So you can just put it right in there, and it goes right in. And it doesn't like touch or rub against the box at all. It's just a really kind of a perfect way of packaging a car. Now, the only thing you might argue might be better than that would be to have a box where you could see through the box to see the car, but then that plastic blister can always crack and stuff like that. Having a cardboard box like this to show it, to store the car, is just, to me, the perfect way, the perfect packaging. So that is awesome. This car does actually look quite awesome. This one back tire just needs a little help. Oh, there we go. Snapped it right back on. We've got inserted details here for the headlights. Looks great. We've got some rear detail in the back. They are painted inserts. So they are inserted, with the exception of the bar across the stop bar here across the top. They are inserted. Wow, just a lot of detail in this thing. It might be hard to see it because it is a flat black. It's got side mirrors that are the rubber side mirrors, which I'm pretty sure that, well, Tarmac does that on some of the models as well. We'll have these rubberish side mirrors. I like that they do that. It feels weird when you first like touch it, but the cool thing is that if it bangs up against something or it hits something, it's not going to break off because it's flexible. So to that's cool. It's got slick tires on it. It rolls really well. It's heavy. It feels really, really nice. The one argument that some might make about MiniGT is that they do seem big. Like they might be a little bit larger than 1/64 scale. I can not confirm nor deny that, whether or not that's true. I may have to do some research on that just to see. We may even have to get out like a digital caliper or something and do some measuring and see if I can look up some dimensions of some cars, and I can tell you whether or not it's 1/64 scale. To me, they do look a little bit big, but they might be accurate. It just might be accurate. I don't have a lot of crossover from MiniGT into other brands. So I can't really compare, but I don't really care. I mean, they just look really good. So I am a MiniGT fan right now. All right, next up we've got this here, the 1979 Ford F100 from Greenlight, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, exclusive. Let's see here. We've got some. You can read that if you want to. Indianapolis Motor Speedway licensing. Greenlight just goes all out with their licensing. You've heard Travis Heavy Metal 164 talk about it. They go all out with acquiring licenses to produce some really cool diecast, including this truck right here. The one thing, of course, we're always concerned about is quality control with Greenlight, which, to be frank, can be shoddy. But they just put out a lot of cool, really cool cars and trucks. This thing is really cool. We've got like a little overlap here on the tire. It's a little bit of flashing. Their rubber tires are actually very, very hard as well. They're not really a soft rubber. They typically aren't for that, for Greenlight. But I'm going to tell you, this truck looks pretty fantastic. We've got a little bit of white letter Goodyear missing on the one tire. It looks like it rubbed up against a curb. And it sits fairly straight, but not perfectly straight. We've got some issue right here too. I don't know. What's that? Almost looks like blood. It's not blood. I think it's paint from the taillights. See that right there? There's a little wipe right there, and then I don't know. Could be blood. Not sure. Might be some DNA on this truck. Anyway, it's really cool nonetheless. I'm not like gonna worry about it too much having some flaws here and there. It just, whatever. It is what it is. No opening hood on this casting, and that's completely fine. And possibly unnecessary. The little roll bar thing back here looks to be pretty sturdy. It's got an inserted grille but painted headlights and painted taillights. But I don't know. It's a cool truck. Let me know what you guys think about that truck. I'm digging it. I'm digging the deco on it. The official truck of the annual Indianapolis 500. Pretty awesome. All right, there's that. And then next we're going to take a look at, let's take a look at some premium Hot Wheels. We've got this one here from the Gumball 3000, Replica Entertainment Subaru Impreza WRX. These Replica Entertainment series have just been coming out really sporadically this year. I think this is only the second release of the year, right? Which is fine, I guess, because maybe it's the third release, and there was one that just was no, I don't think too many people cared about, because it was like Aquaman, Batman, whatever release. This looks pretty good. You get, this is a cool casting. You get the bug eye sort of lensed headlights. You do get, so this is going to be full deco because it's in the premium series. So you do get tail lights, taillight detail. The taillight tampos look kind of sloppy. The Subaru logo looks really good on the back. It looks pretty good. Gold wheels. You get the little mouth there in the front. That's kind of a neat tampo. Little flamage. Overall, not a bad release. Not a bad release for the Subi. So there's that one. And then you get this one. This was probably one of the most anticipated ones I would think of this release. This is the Toy Story Pizza Planet truck. Pretty cool. And here it is. I think they did a great job on this one. This is a fantasy casting that I can get behind, right? This is really cool, though. Pizza Planet. It's got some weathering, got some scratches. Looks fairly accurate. Metal body, metal base, of course. This is a brand new tooling. You know, I just hope they don't over-release it and we see, like, way too much of it. Yo. Really cool truck. So it's a Toyota, right? And it's just really neat. There's no interior in the truck, I believe. That's why these windows are probably blacked out. There's no interior at all. And I don't know. I think it looks cool. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. The bumper's all bent up there. Pretty awesome. All right, so I'm digging that. And then we're going to look at just a couple of Matchbox. We got the 72 Lotus Europa Special. Love this Matchbox tooling. The Lotus Europa is just kind of a cool, unique looking car. I definitely dig it. And I definitely dig the deco on this one. That little gold trim over this kind of metal flake, sparkly, really kind of darkish, grayish, brownish color. I don't know how to really describe it. I don't know if it's really the gold trim, the little gold lines and stuff that's making it look almost brown, but it's not brown. It's like a, I'm not even going to like try to guess what color. It's almost like a charcoal color. But this casting is really cool. I like this Lotus Europa casting. It's got to have a chrome interior just because the interior piece makes up the bumper and stuff. And the side skirts and all that. So, and actually the gas caps as well. Really cool car. Really cool casting from Matchbox. So I like that quite a bit. And then the other one that's pretty cool too is this 2002 Audie Rs6 Avant. So Matchbox, yes, we know it. You're doing great with your licensed line. Anything that you put out has just been actually looking really, really good. This is an older casting. This has been out since 2004 is what the copyright date is. Look at that thing. That's great. I mean, you can't ask for more from a $1 model than this. For someone that collects cars for like more of the realism of the car, like for a $1 model, like you just can't argue with this. It's wonderful looking. It's got the full detail in the front, full detail in the back, and that's all you need. I don't care that it doesn't have, you know, little door handles or trim on the sides or anything like that. This just makes it look great. And these wheels are good too. I like these wheels from Matchbox. Really, really cool. All right. So now that we've looked at that one, let's take a peek at the Hot Wheels 2017 Audie Rs6 Avant. Now we're going to start going through some mainline cars. And this is definitely an appropriate one to do it. And I think it's been made pretty obvious now that Hot Wheels and Matchbox are, I would say, almost coordinating their releases. You know, they're both Mattel companies. They did this on purpose. This is not a coincidence that they would put out two blue Audis, different generation Audis, Audi Wagons, one Hot Wheels, one Matchbox, and they would put them out relatively around the same time. You know they're doing that on purpose, and I like it. I think it's really cool to have a little bit of crossover from Matchbox to Hot Wheels and kind of, you know, crossover collecting. And if you collect Hot Wheels, guys, and you collect them because they're $1 models and you like them and you have a brand loyalty to Hot Wheels, if you don't collect Matchbox, I don't know why you would not. I just have no idea why you wouldn't. I know they don't have super treasure hunts, and maybe you collect because you like to collect chase cars, but you cannot tell me that this, if you're a Hot Wheels collector and you like the licensed cars and think they're cool, that this is not cool. You just can't. It's cool. You know, this is cool too, for sure. But so is that. All right. So let's continue to take a look at some Hot Wheels here. 18 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. I will say that Hot Wheels, with the newer castings, they're definitely kind of leaning more towards a realistic look with their cars. A lot of people will complain about the huge back wheel compared to the small front wheel, but that is Hot Wheels style, and it's okay for Hot Wheels to put in some creative liberties into these designs. That's fine. Definitely not complaining about it, but they're getting to be more realistic, which is they're making some really cool stuff. And like this, that is cool. I mean, that is cool. Another Audi. And that's another new casting. That was a new casting for this year, new for 2019. And they did a great job on it. Another one that's really cool, that's a relatively newer casting. This is a McLaren 720S in purple. That's cool. Here's the McLaren. I mean, okay, it's minimal. We don't get a lot of detail with this. In fact, you basically just get headlights in that tampo right there in the hood. Nothing on the back. It would be hard, I would guess, to tampo that rear end. but it's $1. It's $1 car, and that looks pretty good. So, one that I was really excited about here, Lamborghini I don't know. I don't speak Italian. Roadster. This is a new for 2019 model, so I am excited to take a look at it. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the choice of wheels on this one. I'm just not a fan of those wheels. They put them on the Audi here too. Audi. For some reason, these Matchbox ones look a lot better than these. I'm not sure exactly why. I think maybe because the wheels make it look a little bit cheaper than it should look. Because this one looks fantastic. I mean, it's a great looking model. They did a great job on it. Again, you got headlights, you got the Lamborghini logo, you've got some tail lights, a little tiny Lamborghini right there. I mean, that looks great. They did a great job in this casting. Looks really cool. That's a really cool $1 model. The wheels, though, I wish they would have done something different with the wheels. There's a lot of other wheels at their disposal that they could have probably chose that I think would have looked better than this. And that's just my opinion. You know, feel free to have your own. All right. We should probably take a look at the Red Edition cars really quick. So we got the Porsche 918 Spider. That's a cool one. One of the real cool things about it is it's kind of like a it matches like a kind of a normal livery for this car. This was the only one I found on the peg, so someone had bought the others that would have been there. I found a lot of that Dodge truck that we're going to look at in a second, but someone took all these. The tampos are a little messy on this particular one. But again, this is a really cool $1 model. That's right up my alley as far as collecting goes. And then the 1987 Dodge D100 Target Red Edition. This is another relatively new casting, and it's another one that I think is really cool. So they're doing a great job. Hot Wheels, I mean Mattel in general, is doing a great job of putting out new cars, new castings, and doing some really cool ones and actually making them look pretty good. I mean, they've done a lot of cool cars this year. This one is the 2017 Acura Nsx, which has come out in a previous year. I believe it's the second time we've seen it in blue, and it looks good, again, with the exception of those wheels. I just don't, they're not my favorite Hot Wheels wheels. But this is a relatively new casting. It's not from this year, but they again went with a plain color and just having that front and rear detail, which really makes this car. Without that front and rear detail, this casting would be very, very boring. And then another new model for 2019, but a recolor of said model, the Land Rover Series 3 pickup. Again, for a $1 model, I don't think you can really argue. Again, it's done right. We don't have busy tampos on a first release of a vehicle, which is great. You get headlights, you get the tail lights. There's a little bit of a mess up here on the top with the white top and the paint like bleeding down or whatever they use to print on this car. But other than that, it's a $1 model, and it looks really good. One of my favorite Hot Wheels models is this 70 Ford Escort RS 1600. I just really like it. And this is a recolor of this. It's got Gumball 3000 licensing. Is this black one right here. I think it looks great in black. Originally was out in white. Love this little like racing tampo scheme though on it. And that is a great looking car. I quite enjoy that one as well. There was a lot of actually good cars in the L case. And then this one too, 70 Chevy Chevelle SS. The original release of this was kind of a weird color green, and now we get kind of a weird color, purplish, burgundy, plumish kind of thing. Kind of a cool color. They picked some two cool colors for this car's release. It's kind of a cool muscle car casting, and it's just kind of a unique color for Hot Wheels, and they did it with both of the colors of that they put out this year. Let's see here. We got one more casting that's not a new model, and that's this Nomad, Speed Shop Nomad. I picked it up just because I thought it looked pretty cool. It's in the Rod Squad sub-series here. And I think this is a recolor of this. I think it originally came out in like a primer look with the rust coloration. I think it was, or maybe it was this one. Maybe I just picked up a duplicate. I'm not really sure. I don't collect this casting, but I think the Tampo job really makes this look good for a $1 model. And that's why I just grabbed it. I don't know. It looked good to me, so I picked it up, even though it's not a casting I typically would collect. But I think it's, I don't know, I think it's cool. This next one is a new casting for 2019. It's a 2019 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Not the most exciting car ever, but again, you got a $1 model that is basic with headlights, front detail, and rear detail. And it may not be the best job of front and rear detail as far as, you know, it's tampoed on, but it looks really good, you know, for a $1 model. Appropriate choice in wheels. Now, these wheels are the same, full disclosure, as these, but they look a lot better with just a silver lip and a blacked out center. I mean, if you have this car in the right light, it will look almost like it has Rail Riders on it. Another good example of a new casting from Hot Wheels where they've done a great job. So, and I know I've mentioned a few times in the past videos recently, this is another new model, Mazda Miata MX-5. So they finally did this car right. This is the Miata. They came out with an MX-5, like the new one, in Matchbox and Hot Wheels at the same time, right? And the Hot Wheels one was just, I thought, awful. The Matchbox one I thought was really nicely done. Now they've come up with this older Miata, which they've had an older Miata casting out before. It's an older casting from the late 80s, early 90s, I think. Probably early 90s, really. It was blue card. It was a blue card casting. And it was a decent looking Miata, but this one, now they've finally done a Miata, I think, proper. And that would be this one right here. So this is the best looking Hot Wheels Miata casting for sure. And it was put out this year. So again, Hot Wheels, Mattel, I mean, is doing a great job. They're doing a great job with the new models and the new castings of realistic cars. I can't speak for the fantasy castings. I don't collect them. And that's fine if you do. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, you enjoy that kind of stuff. There's no reason to rag on someone for liking what they like. But, you know, it's just not what I like. It's fine. I like realistic looking cars. And the more I like realistic looking cars, I get into stuff, you know, like this. The more premium diecast. But there's definitely a place in my collection for the $1 models. And Hot Wheels just, you know, Hot Wheels and Matchbox both do a fantastic job with them. They really do. You know, I tend to lean towards Matchbox just because the stuff is way more realistic. They don't do as much, you know, they don't take as much of an artistic freedom with the look of the car as Hot Wheels does. But lately, Hot Wheels has putting out some pretty accurately proportioned cars. So, all right. So that's going to be it. That's going to be it for this video. One other quick thing maybe we could take a quick look at is we got a Hot Wheels versus a MiniGT. What am I looking for? I'm just looking for size here. That's it. And the wheelbase, they're almost the same actually. From outward appearance, this car looks a lot smaller than this one, but I think it's the wing that makes this car just look big, and the lip in the front splitter. But I mean, come on, am I hallucinating here? No, the wheelbase lines up perfect, absolutely perfect, like axle to axle perfect. So maybe that's a case too for saying that actually both of these are in 1/64 scale. Like, we know Hot Wheels is in 1/64 scale, but they don't claim to be accurately 1/64 scale. But I think with the newer castings, they've been making it a lot closer. And this really compares well, size-wise, to this Mini GT, which makes me think that this is probably 1/64 scale accurately. All right, guys. Maybe we'll do some more research on that topic and show that in a future video. But thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you if you made it to the end. This is another really long one. I apologize about it. Sometimes we just get to I just get to talking and I just keep talking about these cars. And we had a lot to look at, so there is that. So I'm glad I kind of kept out some other cars. And thank you guys very much for watching another episode. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons, and you know, drop a comment. So have a good one, guys. Thank you very much.